Okay. We acknowledge, appreciate that the land on which we gather is the traditional unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq First Nation, and we have occupied this territory since time immemorial. Call to order. Any declarations of conflict of interest? Seeing none. Agenda is pretty simple. There's approval of agenda moved by Councillor McKinnon, second by Councillor Ramsey. All in favor? Councillor Drawn, yea or nay?
In favor.
Councillor McCabe, yea or nay?
In favor.
So we have Councillors McCabe and Duran calling in. And no word from Councillor Bernard, so he must be out. Okay, discussion. So we start with number 5, rezoning lots 16, 17, 28, and 29 in Evelyn Street and Violet Circle. PID number 778308. We are back to in-person meetings. Residents still can have the option to participate via Microsoft Teams if they prefer. Anyone coming in by Teams? No? And this meeting is live streamed on YouTube. And the recording of this meeting can be accessed after the meeting. Video link is www.charlottetown.ca/video. Yep, no, I know, I'm getting that. So, as I said, Councillor Bernard didn't call in, so everybody else is here. We do have 2 members of the planning board, David Esri and Lee McDonald. Good to see you here. So I'm going to call on the Deputy Mayor Alana Yankov, who is the chair of the Standing Committee for Planning Development and Heritage, to speak to the application.
Thank you, Your Worship. So just more in terms of the order of events for this evening in terms of the presentation. There'll be a brief presentation by staff and the applicants. After the presentation, obviously anybody here will be given an opportunity to speak. Anyone who does want to speak has 5 minutes. And we'll then look to anyone that is online as well, that will have the opportunity to ask for clarification. Council members will be allowed to ask questions of clarity, remembering not to give your opinions on the project, as we are to remain neutral until the process is completed. Anyone that's not able to attend this evening but still wants to send in their comments, they have until Friday noon. Is that correct? Yep, good. And other than that, we just ask for, I know we don't have a big crowd tonight, but pretend that we did. We'd be saying like we're asking for decorum and respect and everyone's to just wait their turn and to speak. So other than that, that's about it. And I'll turn it back over to His Worship.
Thank you, Deputy, and 2's a crowd, so always good to give the warning. Councillor Kevin Ramsey from Ward 5.
Thank you, Your Worship. Thank you, Councillor Yankov. You said that the comments are up till Friday? Well, did I hear that right? Did we extend that? Because it was always the day after, something like that.
Maybe I'm confused because we don't normally have public meetings on Tuesdays. Yeah, so my apologies. So tomorrow at noon. We didn't extend it.
Well, no, that's good because we heard an awful lot of comments at a lot of public meetings about extending, the comment thing, but we
Yeah.
can't do it. So
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. Thank you.
But I know that in the past, it's always been right up until the bitter end. If it was later than that, the staff have always accepted those comments and they've always been included in so although it's not officially past tomorrow noon, but David is looking at me and he's going to say something, I can tell.
Better late than never.
Through your worship, Councillor Yankoff, yeah, I might have nodded in agreement erroneously there, getting my days mixed up. It is actually noon tomorrow, Wednesday, and as you mentioned, it's correct, we don't normally have public meetings on a Tuesday, but it just so happens we do today, so just to correct for that, yeah, thank you.
And as the deputy will remind us, this all goes back to the planning board, and there would be another opportunity if you do if we do open it, it's up to the chair. Presentations can be made then too, so it's not like this is the last opportunity. Okay, so I'm going to call on Sonia Kamel. She's going to present, and I believe is Will Safaris here? Will is here? Okay, and Will, if you want to speak, want to get your up, we'll have you come up to the table instead of come to the mic. Okay? Okay. Thank you.
Good evening, Your Worship, Member of Council, ladies and gentlemen of the public. This is a request to rezone the Woodland Creek lots 16, 17, 28, and 29, PID number 778308, from low-density residential single R2S zone to the medium-density residential R3 zone, and change the official land use designation from low density to medium density residential to allow for the development of 4 stacked townhouses on each of the 4 separate lots. Next slide, please. Properties are 4 adjacent abutting lots registered under single PID number, bounded on the north side by Violet Circle and to the south by Evelyn Street, located within the low-density residential single R2S zone, within an approved greenfield subdivision site currently under active development. The subject properties are currently vacant, containing no building or structures. Here is the concept plan. Next slide, please. Here is the concept building rendering. Next slide, please. So let's look at the development context. The subject properties are vacant lots that form part of what is a greenfield or now subdivision development that is currently still under construction and expansion at the present time on the basis of prior approvals. All properties within the existing plan of subdivision in this area are currently zoned R2S, which allows for residential dwellings in the form of single detached, semi-detached, and duplex dwellings, but does not have any allowance for stacked townhouse dwellings as proposed. The subject properties are located in relatively close proximity to Norwood Road to the west, and that contains primarily single detached dwellings that have been established for some time. The subject properties are located approximately 700 meters north of the arterial highway bypass via connection from Norwood Road. Parking spaces for each of the stacked townhouses units are proposed to be located to the front of the respective units facing the street frontage. The proposed structure would meet all setback, lot area, and lot frontage requirements of the R3 zone based on the concept plans provided. Next slide, please. So on June 10, 2025, City Council approved the request to proceed to the public consultation as per Section 3.10.4 of the Zoning and Development Bylaw. A mail notification letter was sent to all owners within 100 meters of the subject property on July 18, being a minimum of 7 calendar days prior to the public hearing date of July 29, 2025. A total of 8 letters were sent to residents advising them of public meeting to solicit their comments and feedbacks. To date, no written responses have been received. Next slide, please. Next slide. Following collection of public and council feedback and comments this evening, a recommendation and resolution are planned to be forwarded to Planning Board and Council respectively on the following upcoming meeting dates. So recommendation to Planning Board would be August 5th and consideration by Council would be August 12th. This is the end of my presentation, and the applicant is present here as well. Thank you.
Okay. Counselor Twill.
I want to ask a question on the procedure. You said that 7 days prior to the actual date of the public meeting. At one time, was the requirement 14 days? Was that what it was in our previous bylaws? When it comes to proposed amendments to the bylaw, at one time, was it not 14 days in previous terms? Can anyone answer that question?
Through the chair, Councillor Twill, I'll field that one. Currently, variances require 14-day circulation of the current bylaw. Amendments to the bylaw only require 7 days. I can't speak to what the requirements were prior to the last major update in 2018, but if memory serves me correct, it used to be in a longer period of time than current. I can't verify that on the spot, but I could get that answer for council following the meeting this evening, just for historical context, yeah.
So can you repeat that again, please? The differential?
Yeah, so currently, under the current bylaw, we require 14 days for variances, only 7 days for amendments to the zoning bylaw. Prior to the current iteration of the bylaw, I believe that it was a longer period of time for circulation, but I don't know that for certain, and staff can verify that for council following tonight's meeting, just for that historical context.
Yeah, so that was July of 2018. Some omnibus changes were made to the zoning development bylaw. Correct, David?
Through your worship, that's correct. That was the
Okay.
last major update to
Okay.
the bylaw, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, Will, do you wish to speak to it? If there are questions, okay. Any questions from the council? Clarification? No? Councilor Duran?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Councilor McCabe?
Thank you, Your Worship.
Okay.
To the chair. So just for clarity, the 4 PIDs would be the ones that would be going from, are being recommended from R2S to R3? And then the surrounding PIDs will remain as R2S? Is that how that would look? Or to the,
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
and is there any development in all those other PIDs right now, or no?
Did you want to just, do you want to just defer it? Defer it. David or Sonia?
Yeah, through the chair, I'm not aware of any active permits on those other PIDs currently, although we did a similar rezoning application within the same neighborhood a few months back. All of the lots in that area are still under the same PID number, which means that they haven't been separately conveyed to new owners yet.
So they come in at an R2S at the base level, and then each property owner is coming and asking potentially for rezoning of their particular PIDs?
Through the chair, I mean, that's an option that any owner has, even the current owners, if they want to pursue that. But like I said, they, all those lots are currently still under the same PID number until they're separately conveyed to new owners in the future. And many of those
When you say they're under the same lot number, there's other ones that are different. There's 117819, 1178201, so there's a couple different ones there.
There are. When I say that, I'm meaning principally within that common block that the application is for. Is really more what I'm referring to here, Councillor Matart. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. I'm just wondering if there'd be future requests to do different things there, and if that has to be done on a case-by-case basis for each of those. And it sounds like there was already one put in for an R3 already?
Through the chair, that's correct. Yeah, it was, I believe, further to the west of the current sites.
Can't
But
see it here, okay.
again, yeah, any owner in the future could conceivably put in their own site-specific request, similar to what's being considered tonight, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so in close proximity. Okay, thank you.
Councilor McAleer, you pressed the button, you good? Okay. I don't think Will has to come up to say a word. Oh, no, Councilor Beck.
Yeah, so just following on to what Councilor Matar was saying, all those properties, they haven't been further, they're all part of that big 77308 or whatever it is. So they are not owned, they're owned by somebody else, not the current developer? That land is owned by another landowner?
Through the chair, Councillor Beck, I don't have information available to accurately answer that. Maybe the applicant might know something that I don't
Will?
know, but
Do you have that a cop? You have it, just come up here. I think they're trying to figure out these other PID 778308, 7783.
The
Just,
778308 is
Will,
the
could just, he can't get it, he's not picking it up there. Just have a seat there and just press the, make sure you're comfortable. Want a glass of water?
I'm good, thank you.
No? Fan?
778-308, I believe, is the main PID. The ones that are different, those were parceled off. There's a few duplexes in there now.
Okay.
That would be there's just 3 or 4 of them. Those are existing R2 properties.
So those two to the east, the 77308, the two smaller 77308s, and the larger 77308, they're not your land. You only own those 4 blocks in red. All the other land belongs to somebody else.
Yes, that's correct. We do have 2 other lots that we're doing duplexes on, but they're not part of this.
Right. Okay.
And those duplexes are permitted in those lots that you own, right? Correct?
Yes,
Okay. Councilor Twill?
With the proposed amendments, how many extra units will that give you in the 4 lots?
8.
Just
2
8 more?
2 per lot.
2 per lot? Okay. Just another question, if you don't mind. In terms of the market, from your perspective, is that what the market's calling for now? Do you see a trend moving in that direction?
It does make it more feasible, particularly when you have the province and federally with the HST rebate. Anything 4 units and over, you get all your HST back.
That's taxable too, right?
Well, it does, it's substantial, 15% of your construction cost.
But you can use that as an input tax credit too. Got them both ends. Any other questions? Councilor Duran, you're okay there? Councilor McCabe?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Good to move?
Yes.
Well, Will, thanks for coming in. No more questions. We can, goes back to the planning board there, and then a recommendation to council? Okay. So I guess all we need now is any new business? No new business? Motion to adjourn? Moved by Councilor Beck, second by Deputy Mayor Yankoff. All in favor? Councilor Drawn, yay?
In favor? In favor?
Councilor
In
McCabe?
favor.
Thank you very much. Thank you, David, Sonia, and Mike.